Hello, everybody. My name is Maurice Button, and welcome back to the next in our series of speaker interviews. I'm delighted to say that we have with us today Vanessa Havard-Williams, who's the chair of the HM Treasury Transition Finance Market Review and a consultant at Linklaters. Vanessa is going to be speaking at our Climate Transition Plans for Financial Institutions and Listed Companies Summit on the 20th of February in central London. Vanessa, welcome.
Thank you very much, Maurice. Lovely to be here.
Very nice to have you with us. Now, let's dive into the first question. At first glance, there appears to be an inherent tension between, say, a financial institution or company planning its net zero pathway under its transition plan, and on the other side, developing expertise and offering transition finance to high polluting companies such as those in the oil and gas sector. How can this be squared?
Well, to effect a transition, we have to find mechanisms to enable high emitting sectors to transition and to finance the technologies that they need for transition. Yeah. So it's really core to a whole economy transition that we find mechanisms to do that, and we have financial institutions who are able to provide finance that's credible and consistent with the policy and market goal.
So, but do you think that if you're, without labouring the point, if you're a company and you're trying to speed up your transition as quickly as possible, and you have a choice between various activities that you're undertaking, what would make providing transition finance more attractive than some of the alternatives?
I think what transition finance does is it fills a gap in relation to the strategy that you have in moving your business from where it currently is in terms of its emissions profile to where it needs to be. Yeah. And that can be done through a whole range of different instruments. So it could be something that has a transition tag in its name, or it could be project finance. There will be a number of different ways in which it'll be delivered. But it's going to be a core element, both for corporates and for financial institutions, to understand how finance plays a role and what the strategy is.
Okay, and in the Transition Finance Market Review announcement, there's a reference to scaling transition-focused capital with integrity. And what does integrity mean in this particular context?
Integrity is really making sure that what you're saying is transition finance is genuinely related to a transition aligned to an appropriate pathway. So I would expect to see reliance on transition plans and an articulation of the sector pathway or the national pathway, and also using other frameworks and standards that are in play.
Okay, and you mentioned briefly some of the various investable instruments that might be deployed in pursuit of growing transition finance. Well, could you just tell us a little bit more about that? What are the sorts of instruments which might appeal?
So you might see transition finance coming through use of proceeds, bonds or loans, or sustainability-linked bonds or loans, which would be more at an entity level. You might see it through project finance. And I think you can anticipate that we will have funds with investment strategies that are by reference to transition targets or sector pathways.
And I suppose that this is a big opportunity for London as a financial centre. And I guess there are other components, not simply the financial institutions. You know, what are the other strengths that we have here that will support the development of this market?
I think it's a massive opportunity and a really important thing to be doing. That's why I'm doing the review. So for London, it's a big financial centre. It's got a very robust legal system and commercial law. strength,
Yes.
the English language. Those are all the things that are consistent for all forms of finance. Beyond that, we've got real strength in climate tech. We've got a big climate VC presence. And we've got probably the largest cohort of sustainable finance professionals and academics in the world. So we've got a real strength here that it'll be very important to apply in this context, as well as in renewables and other clean tech spaces.
Yeah, as you say, an amazing opportunity, and we'll be delving into this in more depth at the conference, the Climate Transition Plans for Financial Institutions and Listed Companies Summit on the 20th of February. Very much hope that our viewers will be able to join us in person at that event and to hear more from Vanessa and a very strong lineup of speakers looking at this and related issues. So just remains for me to say thank you very much for joining us and sharing those thoughts, Vanessa.
Really looking forward to seeing you later in the month.
Fantastic.